Hello, everyone out there on the internet. Here we are, we're back. Took a week off because of New Year's. They did. Speak Yoda like, do I? Yeah, so here we are, Attack on Titan, Season 4, the final season, Episode 5, I think. I've got it open playing just now. It's just out on Funimation now, the English dub, the official English dub for Episode 1 is out now. Um, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna give my thoughts. I'm just getting little snippets of you trying to give me orders, Eldian. I do want to preface this before I start reaction and everything. The Promised Neverland season 2 just started, and I put up a video. I put up a separate video asking this. Would you want to see me react to it? Ordinarily, I would. For a show I like, and I've loved season 1 and looking forward to season 2, I would film my reaction and upload it for you guys. But the thing with The Promised Neverland is kinda I'm a manga reader. This Promised Neverland was the first series I watched, and it intrigued me enough to actually go out and read the manga. I've not finished it yet. I'm reading the English volume releases as they come out, so I haven't read the entire show yet. But my question is, would you want to see my reactions to The Promised Neverland Season 2, bearing in mind I have read it? So I won't have huge reactions to any major plot twists or anything, because I know it already, I've read it already. But it does mean that I can appreciate it as a manga reader. I'll notice things that have been changed, things that have been cut, things that have been added, how they adapt things. I'm an animation student, so I love the animation anyway, just as a medium. So stop what you're doing right now. Let me know in the comments, yay or nay. Would you like to see my reactions to The Promised Neverland Season 2? Yeah. So, yes, where we left off. Eren is here. And he's ready to let the world know. He either trusts Reiner to not tell anyone, or this is where Eren's plan starts. Whatever the case, Eren is in a comfortable enough position that he is happy to announce his presence to Reiner via Falco, who has no idea what's going on. Again, I really want to know what Eren told Falco. Like, oh yeah, Reiner, yes, the armored titan. Oh yeah, he and I we were friends growing up as children. It'll be a great surprise for him because Falco is sort of happily leading Reiner to Eren. So I'm curious. And again, Eren's going by Eren Kruger and everything. Last episode was great. Last episode was one of my favorite episodes of the show. And again, it's only that because of the build-up of the previous 3 seasons. Oh. So, again, I want to specify I am watching this on Funimation. If the subtitles are bad, blame them, not me. I don't know how many episodes the season's going to be is my big thing, and again, don't know if we're getting a 2-part season or what's happening. But yeah, I only got Willy. Willy was introduced and everything. Who's the Warhammer Titan? There's a lot of things. Oh, I'm seeing the title. Episode 64. Declaration of War. Oh no. Oh no. 3, 2, 1, play. Sync it up in my glasses. Good. Oh, okay. Oh, we're continuing from this moment? Again, because that's why he had such weird sleeping positions, because he was having such a tough time sleeping, having such nightmares. I'm glad we're picking up after this moment. Again, reminder, no spoilers. No spoilers, because again, moments like this that I'm sure were earlier in the manga are rearranged. It's been 4 years, Reiner, yeah, picking up right where we left off. Oh, old friends, right? Is Reiner gonna take the seat? They have the chair there. Is he really gonna sit down and talk? Okay, Falco's caught on. I'm glad. I forgot your name, but while it plays, thank you for letting me know about the words, the lyrics to this song. I'll have it linked on screen. There's an interview with the song's creator. That this chanting is just gibberish, which is a little disappointing, but at least the rest of it is still coherent. Let's start the new life from the darkness until the light reveals the end. Faces growing curses. This is my last war. Disguise. That's still such a great line. Angels playing disguised with devils' faces. Angels playing disguise with devils' faces. Children cling on to their very last coin. Destruction, regeneration. Oh, the enemy. I have definitely warmed up to this OP a lot. Wow. Also, Joe Jenkins, that guy who's famous for sort of playing piano and playing anime songs in public, he played this on the high street in Bristol. Oh yes, okay, we're picking up here. Yes, with Willie's first theatrical production. Yes, her. Who sort of saved Yudo almost. And reminder, my current theory is that it's one of the guards who's the Warhammer Titan. Oh. Warning, yeah, don't turn into a Titan. I won't turn into a Titan. I'm holding these people's lives hostage. Oh, and he's injured, so he can transform at any moment. Yeah. Oh, that look. That's very reminiscent of when they were up in the trees in season 2 and Eren just gave him that stare. Yeah, don't let Falco go, because if Falco tells anyone... Oh, Reiner. I want everyone in that room to survive this. Oh, and she left. She spoke to Willie and then just got out of there. Mr. Leonhardt! Yes, and he's still got the crutch! He's still got his leg in a cast, right? Oh my god! This is Annie's dad! That little line! I hear Hoover passed away in his bed. Oh. Rest in peace, Bertold. Rest in peace, man. Does he believe that? Is he in denial? Mr. Leonhardt! I'm gonna need to address that at the end of this. Interesting. I've not seen a brass instrument like that before, if that's... McGrath's getting them out of there? Okay. Interesting. Also, yeah, Reiner's not with them. Falco's not with them. Oh, Reiner! Ah, okay, that's the shot from the trailer. We're getting all this stuff with Willie in front of the crowd now. Okay. Oh, Eren is in complete control of this situation. Roughly 100 years ago, okay, not exact, Eldian Empire ruled the world with the power of the Titans. Great music. Oh, okay, cool. Oh, so the warriors in training are still here. They didn't go to join McGrath. Oh, okay. This isn't... Oh, okay, right. His clever manipulations. Okay. Okay, this seems to be potentially the most, like, accurate depiction so far, perhaps. I love the symbolism of having King Fritz be literally blind. He's blindfolded, yeah. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got the drawback too. Yeah. You're wanted at the gate, Jaeger. Oh, okay, yeah, McGrath, and thus I'm. Is this Armin? What? They're blonde. What's going on? Who is this guy? Oh! Oh, but also that means they're here. But McGrath, and thus I'm guessing Willie know something's up. They're putting the warriors at specific locations, or perhaps this person is lying to them about that. Blue eyes. They're blonde, but they're tall. Unless Armin's gotten much taller, and they recognize his face, it's gotta be. Or they've dyed their hair. Falco's put it together. If it's more than 4, the amount of power. Yeah. Oh, poor Falco. Another map of the island. I'll read that later. I think it's just a description of the warriors' route. Okay, yeah, common knowledge. Okay, the truth. You said before the true history. Yes. Okay. Isn't it? Okay. Okay. This could be a lie, but I doubt it. Okay. This explains why the king was so set in not going to war. Yeah. Karl Fritz ideology being passed down. Karl. Karl was the first king of Fritz. Or at least the one we know as. Karl. Okay. Okay, so the sins of Eldia past seems to be true then. Yeah, Kenny and Yuri, no. Wow. Wow. Again, I'm gonna have to go and reread that, but to make sure I definitely caught this. Okay. And the soldiers sent to find them, so they infiltrate? Did they, like, intercept those soldiers sent to find them? And if they're injured as well, but they're... Oh, I feel so bad for them. And how did they build this? Was this already here? A scrawny soldier. As the quadruped, who would Peak have met or seen? Armin would have been there burnt. Levi? Levi is the only one I could think of. Tens of millions of colossal titans. This track. Is Willy working with our guys? How does he know this? Oh, well, Reiner, I suppose. Oh, he's regrown his... Yeah. Eren Yeager! Oh, that was so cool seeing that animated, it regenerating like that. Oh. They didn't reach my family. Okay, so the theory that he was like sending them to Zeke. My comrades. Who else is here? Who else is here now? There's a huge crowd, like I said, people in these buildings. Those soldiers. Yeah. Yeah. Once Eren hits that button, but he needs to be in contact with a Titan, with a Royal Titan, or at least he needs to be a Titan in touch with royalty. There needs to be something. That's a cool image. There's just skinless colossals. Again, 50-meter colossals, but colossals. Yeah, so what's he gonna do? Back to that one central point. My mum... Why was my mum eaten by a Titan? Wow. We're having this discussion. How much of Eren is left? Paths? But then I crossed the sea. Right. So what are you doing? Yeah, so what's happening here? Eren fully understands their side now, at least Reiner's perspective. It has, yeah, back in episode 2. Reiner's just so broken. Oh, he's accepting like responsibility for it because they... Oh, that look, yeah. Do not wish... Oh, that's two sides there. All these flashes. Still against the devils of paradise. As a representative of the Marleyan government. Oh wait, okay, yeah, it is his declaration of war. Oh! Oh, that's awesome! That's glorious and terrible. Oh, that one piece of rubble just hitting a guy in the background. The shading around his eyes. And that's Willie dead. Unless he's gonna transform next second. That's the poster! Not the poster I'll have on screen that I've been using, but the first poster shown for this season is Reiner in the wreckage, looking up at the Colossal. Looking up at the attack. And the little thing of note is the attack's hand is covered in blood already. So yeah, the Warhammer isn't Willie, unless again he's going to transform that next second, but equally that body looked pretty broken, he's probably dead. Again, I'm gonna wait through the outro, just in case there's a post-credit thing, but I don't know, I feel like this episode is pretty reasonably paced out, like the length of it. And that's the Attack Titan. Appeared this season now. And the Founding, both in Eren. Perhaps that was the eye glow there. That was very Founding Titan reminiscent. And Eren was struggling to remember stuff he said to Reiner before, and what mindset is he in now? And preview. Nope, don't want to see it, don't want to see it. Wow. Declaration of war. Okay, I'm gonna talk through stuff first before scrolling through and looking back. It was a little bit surreal, Eren and Reiner sitting talking together. Again, I'm so glad Reiner took a seat there and wasn't like standing that whole time. And he went down to his knees and then ended it back standing again and went to protect Falco. But there wasn't a second flash or anything. Reiner hasn't transformed yet, and even then, his priority might well be, because the way he was pushing Falco out, that was towards the door. So his plan might well be to get Falco out of there. I'm just thinking if we're going to have multiple Titan shifters in these positions where they are now, and we know Falco becomes a shifter who remembers fighting with swords on Paradis, though there aren't any syringes that we know of in play at the moment. There might well be, but none that we are actively aware of in terms of him getting a Titan in the next couple episodes. The thing is, if it's like a standard 12 episode season, next episode is like the halfway mark, and they could fully well have the rest of this 12 episodes, this core, just be this fight, is the thing. Or they could condense it into one. I've got no clue what the next episode's going to be and how long of a season we're going to have. So I liked the scene, again, picking up where they left off with Bertolt saying that he's been having nightmares, having trouble sleeping and everything. And I'm glad Falco put it together, and we heard it via inner monologue. He wasn't like asking questions and stuff. And this Madame Azumabito? Madame Azumabito? Azumabito, yeah. She and the two people flanking her left. They didn't stick around. She wanted to see... I think she even said... Is she in on it? Because she says she wanted to see Willie's face. I just came to see your face. And she looks away. No, you look courageous. My whole clan knows how brave you are. I wish you the best of luck. And then she left. She didn't stick around. She came to see Willie's face and then left. She wanted... I'm taking that as she wanted to see him one last time, knowing what was going to happen here. Because again, she was kind to Oro and Yudo in the previous episode, which I took to just be she was kind to him. Not everyone really hates the Eldians, but no, I'm big suspicion on her. I did just pick up just now. She's got the same eye color as Mikasa, who again we know is a descendant of the Ackermans and the Oriental clan. Wonder if they've got much of a familial tie, perhaps. That's the thing, actually, because Mikasa and her mom both have the same hair and eye color, and she's got the same hair and eye color as them. So I wonder if there's going to be some connection there, and why would she know this was going to happen? Again, I'm assuming she knew something was going to happen. I might be completely wrong about that. Eren and Reiner's sit down is great, and there's not much I can add to it. So yeah, now then, shall we leave? And they leave. Her and these two people flanking her. And then, yes, so Reiner's mum comes over. Oh, long time no see, Mr. Leonhardt. And he's still got the crutch. He has the red armband, because honorary Marleyan. I want to check. He's got the crutch. I don't think his leg's still in a cast or anything. The doctor told him it would never, he'd never be able to walk properly again. Yeah, it doesn't look like it. And he looks, apart from maybe in the nose, he looks rather different from Annie. Annie's blonde, blue eyes. He's dark hair, brown eyes. Again, time to the mystery of what's going on with her. Again, my current theory is she'll be revealed to be royalty as well. Maybe? I don't know. Okay, so they haven't seen each other since Reiner got back. And that's when he would have found out, and he didn't get back either. But no, so everyone sat here is wearing the armband. Everyone in sort of this front 2 rows, at least. The Brown family, of course. And then Mr. Leonhardt and this other guy at the side here. Speaking of which, I hear Hoover passed away in bed. He never failed to say how proud he was of his son's sacrifice for Marley. So I'm assuming Bertolt's mum is dead by now as well. I'm sure your daughter also, and he interrupts, she's not dead. Annie's alive, she promised she would come back. He sounds perhaps a little choked up there, but he's looking dead on. He's not like freaking out or anything. Yeah, so a bit of a blonde beard, blonde hair under the bucket, and we're not seeing the. I don't think we see their eyes at all, so their eye color couldn't give it away. But the beard, probably a guy, because they're not picking up on it being an obvious fake beard or anything. And McGrath did actually summon them, but the soldiers never came back. The soldiers who were sent to collect them are gone, and they're gone as well. We don't see Zeke's eyes there. He's doing the anime glasses sort of glazed over thing when they're picked up, and I don't recognize it. Unlike with Eren in the hospital back in episode 2 or whatever it was, 2 or 3, I didn't immediately. I didn't pick up on the voice. I recognize Yukikaji's voice. He's got it's kind of recognizable as Eren. I'm not sure if that's Armin's voice. I don't specifically recognize it as that. Again, because Willie looks over at what I think is his wife, this tall soldier, tall one of his guards, and the rest of the sort of actors, the other players. So this guard, again with the, it might be a fake beard. And that might be why Peak sort of mentions it. She's sort of barbing that she knows something's off about it. Because, yes, we deliberately see it from behind, and it's like attached from the ears. It doesn't like lie flush with the chin. It sort of hangs around the front. I think it might be a fake beard, because we see that shot, and then we cut to Peak looking at them, and then asks, I feel like I've seen you somewhere before. Where are you from? I was called here. I didn't come here to chit-chat with Eldians. So a good way to sort of shut them down. But she smiles and eyes widen a little there. That's a shame. I kind of fancy your beard. Perhaps implying to the whole, I kind of want it because it's fake and Peak wants to try it on or whatever. Sort of sticking jabs at this guy. I don't know. I'm just spitballing. I could be completely wrong. But then we get Peak gets distracted, taken off that train of thought. The Panzer unit. So they are her squad, the ones who ride the cart, and they all look kind of like a little scared from that interaction. If it's a fake beard, I'm kind of set on this being Armin, and that's like a result of possessing the colossal. He's gotten a fair bit taller. Again, 4 years, 4 year time skip. And also, all of our main cast will have like finished going through puberty by this point, right? Or early 20s. Look around. Does look to be blue eyes, though with somewhat pronounced eyelashes as well. I don't know. Oh, they take a knife, they cut a rope and trapdoor. We don't even hear them hit the bottom. But then yeah, we get a shot later of Pete just sitting there steaming away the broken legs, and Galliard Poco healing up his broken arm. 4 warriors were sent to infiltrate Paradis Island, retake the founding Titan, and return to Marley. Of the 4 original members, only Reiner returned safely. It's great that these cards now are just telling us stuff we already know, when like back in season 1 and 2 it was like crucial information or world building. Karl Fritz was our first king. We must be in a pit to restrain warriors. So did Marley have this here to use against warriors? Was this built here by our side? Even then, whose side should we be on and all that? By Aaron's side. A classic trap, too cramped for one of us to transform, let alone 2. Again, learning from the mistakes of when they tried to lure Annie back in season 1. Yeah, it would be squished to death. Why'd that scrawny soldier even do it? I don't know, but I feel like I've seen them before. So Peak as the Cart Titan. Chronologically, we first see come up to the wall when Zeke, Bertolt, and Reiner are on top of it and yell up, "Yo, the scouts are on the way, get into positions." Which they know because they were out at a vantage point and saw them coming. So Peak, from a distance, has seen all of our scouts, and we're down to 9 of them now, or at least at the end of the last season. So from a distance has seen them all. So it could be any of them. Then was just sort of out for that whole fight, back and forth, bringing boulders and stuff to Zeke, and Bertolt on the back for Zeke to lob into Shigashina. And then Zeke, close up, saw Levi when the Cart Titan jumped in to grab Zeke and get out of there. And then was on top of the wall and came down, and up close saw Eren and the charred Armin. And then got away when Levi was coming. And then jumped in to get Reiner out of there when Reiner was with Hanji and Jean. So Levi, Hanji, Jean, Eren, and charred Armin. Because they're blonde, I'm thinking it to be Armin, and they're tall like Bertolt was, and he had the colossal. Interesting, because again, they could have dyed their hair, but then again, we saw Jean, and Jean had a sort of scraggly, a bit of a beard back at the end of the first episode. But the hair looks much shorter to almost hide under the helmet. I don't know. But yes, then yeah, so Willie looks over to, again, who I'm assuming is his wife, and this really tall one of the cards. Stand there and watch, this is my atonement. About Karl Fritz and the walls, and the Titans that are within the walls. Again, Reiner and Eren's interactions are great, and I love Eren offering his hand to him as well. That he still transforms in the end. This is just sort of how it has to be. I think that image of I don't know what I'm going to use for the thumbnail for this one, because we have that great one of Willie shouting. That would be a good one to use. But then we also have everything with Aaron and the attack, and I feel like I have to use Willie this episode for the thumbnail, because that chance of using them again looks pretty dead by the end of this. And I love. Okay, so we get this sort of close up until I destroy my enemies of Aaron. And his invisible eye sort of starts to glow a little. It looks almost like technology, almost just because it's that sort of greenish blue. But I was getting the detail of the bandage sort of into that eye socket on the other side. That's great. Again, 100% cosplaying Hobo Aaron at some point. Just need to let this grow out a little. Yeah, it glows, so we get almost a bit of a sound effect there. And it glows green, which is sort of the Attack Titan sort of eye color is usually depicted as. Oh, and then it's just this bright, sort of piercing greenish blue as the lightning starts striking him, or coming out from him. And again, like Aaron said, there are people in this building on the floors above us, and he just transforms and bursts out. A bunch of them are dead. Everyone looking. Again, this little thing in the background of a guy being hit in the head by a chunk of rubble. They didn't need to do that, but Mappa did anyway. The Attack Titan's teeth almost look pointed here, almost. Here, rather, depicted, and it's got the other eye now, so Aaron will be healing up inside this thing. I totally missed that before the hand comes down. And Willie's already hit the deck by the time the attack's hand comes down, and and then it comes up. It'd be crazy if we actually get that shot from the poster. If we did, it would need to be like next episode. Reiner, like in amongst the rubble, looks up and we see Aaron roaring with the blood in his hands and everything. Not a super intense reaction or anything from me, I know, but this is more of sort of just a tense episode. You don't know what's going to happen. It's sort of building and building. Oh, what happened to Peak and Galliard? And it's building, and it's building. Willie's declaration, and then and Willie sort of being like, "Yep, Aaron is in possession of this. The rumbling could start at any moment." That's another great line. Yeah, Reiner's like, back then you told me, I'll make you guys suffer and die in the worst way possible. Isn't that why you came? His eye, Aaron looks almost a little sad here, perhaps. He says this. Oh, I vaguely remember saying that. Which takes Reiner aback. And Aaron goes to scratch his ear. Just forget about it. That's a Zeke Beast Titan thing, scratching the ear. Though again, it could just be nervous. Just moving on. Change of subject. And again, Willie motivating everyone to come together to fight Eldia, to fight Paradis, because the threat it poses now that Aaron has the founding. Which does make me wonder, do they know? Is it a known thing that the founding needs to be with the royal family for total control? Yes, okay, Willie's big thing about King Fritz. I need to double check this. So the Tiber family, in passing down the Warhammer Titan, know they have the memories of this event, this thing. Some 100 years ago, it was neither Hellos nor the Tibers who ended the Great Titan War. The one who ended the fighting and saved the world was King Fritz. Good twist, good reveal. He anguished over the Eldian Empire's vicious history. So again, this seems to imply the whole history of what Grisha's dad told to Grisha back in that episode that day. It's like, oh, our ancestors practiced eugenics. They believed in all this stuff. It seems that is the case, which I sort of assumed it would be. I'm tired of all the endless fighting, and above all, he was pained by all the endless oppression of Marley. When he inherited the founding Titan, he schemed with the Tiber family, and they fabricated a Marleyan hero. And McGrath doesn't look surprised by any of this, so I wonder if Willie's told him this before, or if McGrath is just that sort of stone-faced guy. The king moved as many Eldians as he could to the island and closed the gates. Yep, that checks out. He claimed that if they were threatened, thousands of Titans would be unleashed as revenge. However, this was not his intention. King Fritz made a vow renouncing war so his ideology would be inherited. Because of this, King Fritz's ideology has been passed down, and the Titans have never left the island to attack. Which is a thing. If the Titans in the walls are released, do they swim? Or do they just walk along the ocean floor? Being 50-meter, being, essentially colossals and giving off a lot of heat with the water start to bubble around them almost. And we have that shot in the season 2 outro of a giant, a Titan emerging from the ocean. That is the one keeping this world safe, is the Vile King. Karl Fritz and his desire for peace. Peace was all he wanted. But if Marley grew strong and came to take the founding Titan or his life, he would accept it. He believed the sins of the Eldian Empire, again, so grave that they could never be atoned for. However, until that day of retribution, let me savor a brief paradise, free from conflict within the walls. That is all I ask of you. I love that we just keep getting shots of the Marleyan military guys all sitting, sort of talking to each other, whispering throughout this. If the King of the Wall is going to attack, why do they say Paradise Island is a threat? Yeah, realizing we've been lied to. In exchange for our safety, the Tiber family joined hands with Karl Fritz and sold out the Eldians to Marley. We were no more than traitors, lavishing in crockery earned crookedly earned, or that crookedly. We were no more than traitors, lavishing in crookedly earned honor. There we go. 5th time lucky. So, Willie the Tibers knew this. They've known this for a while. And rather... Well, yes, because it keeps the Eldians safe. In the Walls on Parody, at least, to a certain extent. If the rest of the world perceives them as this great threat that will come and kill everyone if you try and attack. But equally, from people's shocked reactions and stuff, as Willie was talking, it's almost like, yeah, they're not a threat, and we've been lied to about this. What? But now Willie believes that they do, again, now pose an actual threat, because the Founding Titan is not in the hands of a royal, it's in Eren's hands. Let me just check the rest of it. Do they mention anything implying they know that the Founding needs to be with a royal Titan or whatever? And yes, the warriors and the soldiers sent to get them are missing. Zeke was sent to the gate. Why was he sent somewhere different from the other two? Wow, okay. That's more, in a not particularly linear way of looking at it, that's me basically I had a second look at everything I wanted to have a second look at. And again, I will. Of course, I'll be watching this again this coming week. I'll be watching it again as I edit this for you guys to see. Yeah, but no Eldians being at war with Eldians and everything. Oh, so history's going to repeat itself. Because we're going to have the Eldian war. We're going to have the Eldian, Marleyan warriors as Titans, and they'll be fighting against our Paradise team and their Titans. Eldians fighting Eldians, the Great Titan War. Yeah, that's a deliberate thing. And from what I've heard, Eren is going to be great the rest of the season. Expecting, because this is sort of Eren confronted Reiner via Falco last episode at the end. And that was his, I am in a confident enough position that I'm willing to do this. Or possibly even a, before I do this, let me talk to you, Reiner. Let me just make sure I understand. Yep, I understand. Let's do this. So now this next episode will be the doing this part. Biggest immediate questions are, who is the Warhammer Titan? My money is on either that tall guard, because again, last episode, when asked, Willie said, "Oh no, it's here. It's in this room." And he was in that room with the rest of the family, so that could be a nice trick. Or it'll be his wife, that woman, because again, she was in that room. She was with him at the sort of ball. She was at the side of the stage there, so she's just seen Willie get crushed, and that'll be a whole thing, I imagine. I do hope we get to know the Warhammer Titans shifter as a person, and they're not just going to be this destructive weapon. I hope we actually get to know them a little. And then the other big question, of course, is who is that soldier? If hair dye is out of the question, it's got to be either Armin or Annie. It's been 4 years. 4 years since the end of season 3. It could be Annie. I'm thinking that just because they have somewhat pronounced eyelashes. They have blue eyes. Blonde hair and blue eyes. Again, I'm definitely knocking contact lenses out of the equation, because there's no way we're doing that. Though again, it could be a wig. And they're tall, so it could be Jean, but again, the beard isn't the same, and it might be a fake beard. And the face that is not Jean. They don't have a long enough face. Sorry, Sean. We see both of their eyes, so it's definitely not Hanji wearing a wig or anything. It's definitely not Hanji. They're too tall to be Levi. Unless it's Levi in a wig and on stilts, it's not Levi. And their nose isn't Annie Leonhardt level nose. So I doubt it's her. So my current guess is that that's going to be Armin. In which case we have Eren. We know where he's been. We know where he is. Again, hand, crush, blood. The attack titan, the founding titan, standing in front of this crowd. We know where he is. Jean is somewhere. He could be here for the festival and stuff. He could be in the crowd. He could be off doing something else. Again, Zeke was sent to the gate. There could be people ready to deal with Zeke. Levi's totally going to be waiting to deal with Zeke. He promised Erwin. I can't wait to do the rest of our scouts. That's gotta be next episode, right? I'd almost think that we aren't gonna see them if we hadn't seen them, for one, in the trailer, and two, that there's that poster of all the scouts, and then that poster was updated to include Eren once it was revealed that Eren was Eren. So we're definitely seeing them in this at least 12 episode chunk. Right, well, I have been Jack of all trades. Until next time, again, it'd be much appreciated if you could take a quick moment and just let me know, would you be interested in seeing reactions to The Promised Neverland Season 2 or not? Just tell me down in the comments. And yeah, until next time,